get you out of this. Why don't you just pick up? Shots fired. Perpetrators may be down.
Pipe bombs make excellent anti-personnel weaponry for two reasons. First, they're cheap and easy to manufacture. Basically, anybody can buy the components. And two, because they're extremely effective for their size.
Pipes because they'll just end up melting. Don't get any more expensive metal than galvanized steel because you're just going to blow it up.
Peanuts, but you know, it doesn't. That's funny. But if you think about it, it's the only way that people aren't going to realize what's going on. And it could very well be the difference between success and failure. I like to do everything step by step, very orderly and efficiently. So you take half the caps that you have, and you drill holes into them. You put those aside and don't touch those for a while. You take fuse and you cut specific lengths. You can have a longer fuse if you want to have lots of fun, or you can have like a short little fuse if you want to just have a little grenade that you throw and blow. Once closed, pour on your floor, because then let's say your parents or your friends say, hey, why do you have all these black marks on your hands and your clothes? And you're going to be hard-pressed to make an explanation.
Shrapnel is important if you want to kill a lot of people, and it's probably the simplest ingredient because you can use pretty much anything. We use screws here, but you can use whatever the hell you feel like. Thumbtacks, nails, small caliber bullets, paper clips
filled up with shrapnel and powder. You take the cap and you just screw it on, making sure that the fuse goes into the powder.
Here's a scene from Bowling for Columbine, my favorite movie. Warning, it was bad.
In primary school, we all know there has been a terrible shooting at a high school in Lincoln, Colorado. I hope the American people will be praying for the students, parents, and the teachers. And we'll wait for events to unfold and there'll be more to say.
I want you to pay attention, please, to this commentary that not Michael Moore saying, but these people who work for him. No offense to you guys, but it's time I express my feelings.
One thing in this that you realize about that is one of those dudes picks up...
They're cursing in commentary?
What? No, the cafeteria.
The cafeteria. The taller one picks up a drink.
Correction. Not the taller one. It was Eric, the shorter one, who took the drink, not Dylan. I read later that he did later drink from other people's drinks, but it doesn't show in the security camera. It only shows Eric drinking, not Dylan.
I think it's kind of right how it goes from...
That's Columbine High School. When I went to see it, we weren't allowed inside to look around, but it looks pretty big. Look at those lockers. I love these cars. I love it. I don't know why. It's seductive for me. I don't know. I love this when Eric and Dylan get in. You can see him a little bit. See, there he is right there, shooting the car bar. And there's Dylan to the left. Watch your language, gosh. It's a commentary. What if little children were listening to this? And you see right there. You can see right there on the left. It is Eric who picked up the drink. Dylan is looking at the bomb. And listen to this. Listen to this, please. Listen. Oh, look at that. Freaky stuff, huh?
Yes, that's like, I think that was the worst thing.
Right there on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
And why was it disgusting for him to pick it up? The guy was thirsty. Sure, he was taking a drink from someone else, but when you're thirsty, you take a drink. I should know. I should know. And now here comes my favorite. No, not this.
It's so ironic because they were trying to fight.
Eric's father is popular. Now here's my favorite scene. I saw this picture in the Time magazine with Eric and Dylan together in the cafeteria. My favorite scenes actually.
They killed 12 students and 1 teacher. Dozens of others were wounded by the over 900 rounds
many times
were fired.
when I saw this
The
again.
guns that they used were all legally purchased at stores and gun shows. And many of the bullets were bought at the Littleton Kmart just down the street.
It's inside the library.
His diary also detailed ideas about hijacking an airplane and crashing it into New York City. Some may characterize that as fantasy.
Yes, it is.
In the end, they turned the guns on themselves.
And then he came into the library and shot everybody around me. Then put a gun to my head and said that we all wanted to die. And we started getting shots in the hall. And then they came in and we all told to get under the desk and we all got under the desk. And then they just started coming in the library and opening fire. And then started screaming and crying and telling them not to shoot me. And so we shot the girl and then she shot her in the head in front of me. Then he shot the black kid because he was black.
Let's see that again.
In the end, they turned the guns on themselves.
That's Bree Pascal. They're the survivors. Just saw her kill a girl.
We were all wanted to die and we started getting shots in the hall.
These are my favorite parts.
And we all told to get under the desk and we all got under the desk. And then they started coming in the library and opening fire. And then started screaming and crying and telling them not to shoot me. And so we shot the girl and then she shot her in the head in front of me. And he shot the black kid because he was black. Started coming in the library and opening fire. And then started screaming and crying and telling them not to shoot me. And so we shot the girl and then she shot her in the head in front of me. And he shot the black kid because he was black. And then he came into the library and shot everybody around me. Then put a gun to my head and said that we were all wanted to die. And we started getting shots in the hall. And then they came in and we all told to get under the desk and we all got under the desk. And then they started coming in the library and opening fire. And then started screaming and crying and telling them not to shoot me. And so we shot the girl and then she shot her in the head in front of me. And he shot the black kid because he was black.
Eric Harris, who would later go on to
There he is.
massacre at Columbine High School in Colorado, spent part of his childhood here. Eric lived on the Air Force Base in Oscoda, where his dad flew planes during the Gulf War.
I'm sorry if I offended anyone playing those scenes from Columbine, but I can't help it. I don't know how to explain this. I love watching those scenes. It was a tragedy, yes, but I don't care. I enjoy watching those scenes. I don't know why. I don't get emotional. I've been emotional all my life. I guess it's burned out of me.